Welcome back, guys. Let's jump straight into it. We're going through how to determine or find or reveal your life's purpose. Incredible topic. I'm really excited to talk about this. If you're new to the channel, guys, welcome. My name is Lewis Huckstep. I'm a mindset coach and an owner of a couple businesses, and I love teaching. I love learning, love teaching, and this is why I do this content to help as many people as I can. If one person gets value out of this, my job is done. So we're going to go through how to find your purpose. Now, purpose is it's an interesting topic. I think it's something that a lot of people question. It's a thing that a lot of people have challenges with. They're not very clear on it. They don't understand what a purpose is. They don't believe in it. So I guess a purpose at its fundamental, if you break it all the way down, it's a function. It's like, what's the purpose of this pen that I'm holding? This beautiful pink pen that I'm using right now. Its purpose is to help me write, to help me transfer thoughts onto paper. That's its purpose. The purpose of this doorstop that I have on my desk, it's a sausage dog. Its purpose is to stop the door and to allow conveniency when you walk. So everything has its purpose. An ant, if you think of an ant doesn't think about what it needs to do. It doesn't think about what's going on the weekend. I don't think they have the capacity to think about that stuff. The ant just knows that if his job or his purpose is to build the wall for the team, or for the what's a hive? It's not a hive, is it? A colony of ants. If he just goes out, or he or she just goes out every single day, no question, and focused, and knows exactly what he or she is there to do. It's to build the wall, because that's his or her purpose. So it's a function. So what is it that you do? What are you here to do, I should say? So there's a couple angles I'm going to share with you today. I guess an overarching rule, guys, is your purpose in life is to find your purpose. It's not just going to rock up out of nowhere. You're not going to get a letter in the mail telling you what it is. You're not just going to see some YouTube video right now like you are right now and get that magic answer. But there might be a couple questions in this video, or a couple seeds that get planted that allow that purpose to reveal itself later on, because it might bless you with consciousness. So that's the first thing, is you're not just going to magically stumble into it. It's going to reveal itself. And I guess the first point that I've got here, guys, is number one, it is an expression of your highest value. For anyone that knows me, I rarely talk about mindset without touching on the topic of values. Values, we all have our own unique set of life values or life principles that are individually, uniquely, intrinsically inspiring to the individual. Mine, learning, teaching, and wealth creation are my top three. Number one, learning. Number two, teaching. Number three, wealth creation. And then I've got experiences, relationships, health, and I'd have to redo them. I'd have to relook at them to know them back to front. But I've got my unique set of values. So my purpose is an expression of what that highest value is. If you're asking, how do I determine my values? There's questions that you ask. I've got a free values determination video on YouTube. Just type in Lewis Huckstep, determine my values, or determine values. It should pop up. And it goes through, there's a free downloadable PDF there as well that you can use pen and paper, or you can just go through the video itself. But it's always there, and it's always trying to reveal itself to you. The thing is, you just might not be conscious of what it's doing. So questions that you want to start asking, and these same questions is how you determine your values, but it ties into your purpose, because your purpose is an expression of your highest values. So the questions such as, what do you think about? What do you constantly think about? For me, not always, but I constantly think about learning, like going to courses, reading books, listening, or going to events, or going to hiring mentors that can teach me things. I think about teaching. Right now, I'm teaching via video, which I'll chop up into podcasts, into TikToks, into YouTube Shorts, into Instagram videos. I love teaching. So I think about wealth a lot. I think about finances, about investing, about my own finances, and how I'm going, and how to increase my cash flow to give back to XYZ. So it's things I'm constantly thinking about. What do you spend your money on? What energizes you? Your purpose lights you up. It gives you unlimited amounts of energy for you to do, create, execute on. So start to be conscious of those things. So what do you find yourself thinking about a lot? What do you find yourself talking about a lot? What do you find yourself spending your money on? What do you find yourself what energizes you? What inspires you? What do you research about? What do you study about? What do you fill your space with? Like, do you love traveling? Do you love kids? Do you love family? Do you love business? Do you love teaching? Do you love, there's music, dancing, there's creative arts. It doesn't matter. The thing that I find a lot of people do from a values perspective, because I teach values quite frequently with clients, is that a lot of people find themselves putting other people's values on them. So a lot of people feel guilty. It's like your purpose might be to be the world's best fucking mother, to be the best mum or dad for your kids and give them that role model and that figure to guide them to create the life that they deserve. But you might look at your friend or your neighbor or your maybe a sibling of yours who's out there starting businesses, making millions of dollars, and you might subordinate to them and be like, oh, I don't know what my purpose is because I'm not inspired to do businesses. Well, you're just putting other people's values on you. Your purpose can literally be, and might very well be, creating a beautiful family, being an incredible role model, having beautiful kids. It doesn't matter. Some people really struggle with the concept of purpose because they think it needs to be things that other people are doing. Like, you might see people overachieving in business or life or their health and fitness or their experiences in life, and they think that they feel guilty or they feel shit in comparison because you're literally injecting other people's values on you. So I guess one of the points I would love for you guys to understand is make sure you stay true to who you are. Your purpose is a reflection of you. It's an expression of your highest value, but it's, to take it even further, and it's an expression of the authentic you, the real you, the you that is when no one else is around and you're being the weird, quirky, funny, silly, smelly, interesting version of you, authentic version of you. It's an expression of that person. It's not the expression of the person that when you go out and you've got people around you that you try to act tough or you try to act cool or you try to act all elegant and whatever it is that you do, or you try to really puff your chest up, or you try to shy away into a shell. It's none of those. It's the neutral, authentic, fucking real version of you. It's an expression of that. So when you can really take off all those masks and those personas, and all you're left with is the authentic you, and find what's the biggest expression of that and what would inspire you to do that, that's when you're getting clear on it. That's when you're starting to actually get some clarity on who the fuck are you and what is within there, what is your purpose in life? I might get mine up just to talk you through mine as well. So I was saying before, my highest values are learning, teaching, and wealth creation. I'll read you through all of them. So learning, teaching, wealth creation, experiences, health, high quality relationships, and quality conversations. So my purpose is to help people mentally, financially, to help people to reveal people's transparent, authentic self. That's what mine is. And if you look at that, that's a very clear it's in very clear alignment of learning, teaching, wealth creation to help people mentally and financially. So I like teaching, and that's how I like doing that. But you can do that through starting a business and having like a product like that helps people. I was talking to someone the other day about purpose, and this is probably what's sparked this podcast right now, is I was asking, it was a client of mine, I was asking her what's the purpose? Her purpose, went through that, and hers was to help people. I said, great. How is it that you want to help people? And then and then I was saying, how would you like to do it? Because, for example, if you love helping people with confidence, you might start a fashion label, and it might be for like clothes that help people feel confident in their own skin. So that might be your purpose, and then the way you're going to create that in reality is building a business. I'm getting a little bit off track here. I'm going a little bit detailed into like what your mission is, what your vision is. They're different topics for different time. But to bring it back a bit, is your purpose is an expression of your highest values, and it's generally not a measurable thing. It's nothing you can measure. Like, to help people mentally, financially. If one person watches this video, I've done that. So I've actually doing it. So I'm living it right now. And if you are that one person, by the way, if you don't mind hitting the like button and commenting down below just to give me your thoughts, I'd love that. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed as well. But if I'm helping, if one person watches this and they get value from it, I'm doing that. And then when you start to actually come in, okay, well, how big is the measuring stick? is it that you want to create in reality to express that or fulfill that purpose, that's when you come up with like numbers. So like mine, for example, is to help 1 million people create mental and financial freedom through my multiple businesses and my teachings. So that's my mission statement. And then we go through vision, which is a different video again. I'll probably make a video on all these just to make it clearer for you. But to bring it back again. So first step is it's an expression of your highest value. It's trying to reveal itself to you. So whenever you feel energized, whenever you feel inspired, whenever you feel focused, whenever you feel energized, whenever you feel happy, enthusiastic, grateful, within those moments, you're seeing glimpses of your purpose. So the key is consciousness. From this video, I would love for you to just take away consciousness to actually notice those moments where you get a tear of inspiration. And everyone gets those moments. They might be few and far between because you're not doing many things that inspire you. You might be working a job that you fucking hate. You might be in a relationship that you shouldn't be in or you don't want to be in. You might be just doing things that you don't want to do because you're putting other people's values on yours and you're going out partying when really you want to stay home and learn and read and work on your career or work on your finances or work on your own personal shit. So the more you do you, the more you'll have moments with that. So when you have those moments, be conscious of them because it's given you, the universe is giving you those symptoms and those signs of what your purpose is. So if you can really be conscious of that and start to piece together what they are, like you might be inspired hanging out with your kids, you might be inspired going and teaching someone something. You might be inspired when your kids go to bed and they look happy and they've had a great day and they tell them how grateful for you are. Then within that, you might decipher that your passion or your purpose is to help kids. It might be to teach kids particular things. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go. But you get the point I'm getting to. You're going to see glimpses. You're going to have tears of inspiration here. You're going to have energized moments over here. You're going to have moments of being absolutely focused and confident and enthusiastic here. They're all symptoms. And within that, if you look across it and you become conscious of it, it starts to reveal itself. And that's the consciousness I'd love for you to take. And then the last step I've got here, guys, is go fucking try shit. Like, go try it. I see this so many times. Like, people are going to university. And I'm like, why are you going there? What are you studying for? I'm studying business. Great. What do you want to do after? And generally you expect, to start a business. They're like, I don't know. I just did this because I had to, in quotation, had to go to uni, or my parents forced me, or I've heard so many people, I didn't know what to study, so I just did this instead. So I guess the point of story I was getting at is people say they want to do a job. It's like, I want to be a nurse. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a childcare worker. I want to be a midwife. And they list out all these things. And it's like, great. Have you ever actually tried doing that before? Well, no, actually. So how are you so confident that you like it? And that right there, like, you haven't thought about that before. Why don't you go work for free? Why don't you see if you can get a job in something that's very similar to that role? Like, as an example, I wanted to be a teacher. I am a teacher. My second highest value is teaching. I love teaching. Here I am right now teaching. And so I had a plan when in year 12, I repeated year 12. So I opted to do my year 12 over 3 years, over 2 years, sorry. And so I repeated to get into university to be a teacher. I wanted to be a high school teacher and a personal trainer in the holidays. It was my life plan back then. And I'm like, you know what? Let's get the ball rolling. Let's go try this. This is years before I understood the content I'm sharing with you right now. But I said, you know what? Let's just go do it because I want to see if I enjoy it, see if I get a kick out of it. And I went and became a teacher aide at my old school, which was quite funny. I graduated and then the year later I was teacher aiding at that same school, which was quite funny. But it at least gave me like a taste of it. But honestly, like, we were teaching them shit that I'm not passionate about. I do like teaching. I can teach all day until the sun goes down. I love teaching, but teaching things that I'm passionate about, not teaching Pythagoras, not teaching algebra, not teaching Romeo and Juliet. I like teaching things that fucking excite me, like psychology, like traumas, like anxiety, like mental health, like purpose, like relationships, finances. Those are things that excite me. So I want to teach those things. So it went and gave me at least consciousness on, okay, well, I do enjoy teaching, but not necessarily in those areas. So now I am a teacher. I just teach in a different way with a different financial structure. Obviously, I take on clients. I don't have a financial model there rather than going to a school, quote, to get paid a salary and teach things that I don't actually want to teach. And yeah, I won't go down the education system in this video. We'll do it another time. But that is where I went and actually tried it. An example I heard about finding purpose, it's like going to an ice cream shop, going Baskin Robbins. It's like having one flavor and saying it's your favorite flavor when you've never actually tried the other ones. Well, how do you know that's your favorite flavor if you've only had the same one every single time you go there? Why don't you try them? Why don't you get those taste sticks and you actually dip it in and say, hey, look, can I try that one? 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 And by doing that, if it energizes you, if it excites you, if you feel inspired doing it, if you get tears of inspiration through doing it, it's a probably hot topic or a hot symptom or sign for you that that's where your purpose lies. So I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope that made sense, guys. It's an expression of your highest value. Go do your values determination. I've got a free video on YouTube. Just go through it, walk through it. There's a downloadable PDF there as well. Be conscious of what you think about. Be conscious of what you talk about. Be conscious of what excites you, what inspires you, what energizes you. And go try shit. Go do things. Don't just say, oh, I want to be this once I've done 4 years of university plus paid whatever 60 grand for your degree, to then go do something and be like, fuck, I actually don't do this. And I hear that so often. I hear it so often. Oh, what do you do for work? Oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh, I'm at a law firm and doing this. I'm like, great. How's the study going? It's like, oh, I'm actually referring to a client right now that I spoke to recently. And she's like, look, I actually got admitted into the bar. I think that's the term they use in the lawyer world. Been there for a couple months and hates it. I'm just like, shit. She's like, yeah, like I started studying. I thought I enjoyed it at the start, but honestly, the study was okay, but I just don't love it. So this person, she spent 3 to 6 years of university time studying, spent a lot of money to get that. And they're like, shit, I don't actually enjoy it. So instead of doing that, go try it. Go work for free. Go do internships for a year. Just literally go 3 months at a time. If obviously there's obviously situations going there. If you've got the financial capacity to do that, or maybe you just do it over the weekends for free. So you might work a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and then over the weekends, just go to businesses in areas that you want to work for or potential things that you think you love, and just say, hey, look, do you mind if I do some free internship for on the weekends for the next couple of months? I'd love to learn this. I'd love to be a part. I'd love to see what you guys do, and I'd love to work for free. I think there'd be very little businesses that would say no to that. There'll be heaps that would, of course, but you'd definitely be able to find an opportunity out there if you stay persistent. That's it for the video, guys. If you got some value, please like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate this. And if you got value from it, please send me a message. I love to connect with people. So if you want to go to my Instagram, send me a message. That's where I'm most active. And if you want to share this with one person as well, that would be pretty cool as well. Have an awesome day, afternoon, night, whatever time it is you're listening to this. I'll see you guys on the very next episode.